Hey guys, it's Elizabeth and today I have Emily here with me, and today we are doing a how to survive high school video.
Also with freshman tips and advice.
Yes, so for upcoming freshmen this year going into high school, we have some advice and tips for you if you might be scared, or even if you're not scared, just things that'll help you.
We're excited.
Yeah, we're excited. Just things to help you get through high school. First, we're going to start off with like some of our pieces of advice and things that we've learned throughout high school. And we're juniors, by the way. So we've been in high school for 2 years now. This is our third year, so we kind of got it down a little bit. But our first tip is that high school, or piece of advice, is that high school is different than middle school.
It's way different.
With like everything really, like the class schedules. Like I don't know if all schools have block schedules, but
I know some do, like a lot of them.
But most of the time at high school, you have a block schedule, which is different.
Like 84 minute.
Instead of instead of your like 45-minute like period classes for middle school. So it is a little bit different, and you get more freedom to choose your classes and what classes you take, and like electives and stuff. Also,
hi. Alright, so electives are kind of like extra classes that you can take. Like there's photography in our school, and ceramics and like art and like all that kind of stuff.
They're just kind of like fun classes you can take because like in middle school and in elementary school you had like your art classes, but you
kind of had to take those.
You had to take like your art classes and music classes, but now it's like all optional and you can choose what electives you get, but you do have to take core classes, which are like your main subjects like social studies and science and math and English and stuff.
Sometimes there's like, they're not all art and like fun things. Sometimes it's like world history or something like that. It's
no,
like
that's
history.
not an elective.
Well, it's like history.
Yeah, they do have like different stuff. They have like psychology. Is that an elective?
No, that's a core.
Yeah, that's.
Wait, is it an elective?
No, it's a class, but it's
class. Like you have to.
We're confusing ourselves.
I'm sorry.
But elective, like they have stuff not just art in the art world, but they have it for like pretty much anything. So they have it for like different like business things, or like technology, and welding, and like anything that you're interested in. I'm sure you can find a class that you can take so that you're not bored and wishing you were at home all day, even though you probably will be. Okay, so our next tip or thing of advice is that colleges do look at high school, so you do kind of have to get some good grades and just be more attentive, I guess, and just try a little harder. But
if you fail one test, it's not gonna like ruin your future.
Yeah, it's not gonna like ruin your whole entire life.
Like it will be okay. I know when I took like AP Euro, I failed a lot of the tests, so I was freaking out. But I mean,
she ended up passing it.
Passed it, and I did fine. You know?
I've heard from like other people that go to college and stuff that like they still get into college, so it's not gonna ruin your whole life and your whole future just from failing one class or just one test. I know it can get really, really stressful, but just try your hardest, and if you end up kind of bombing a test or a class, then I don't think it'll ruin your whole future, but just make sure you're trying your hardest.
As long as you try your hardest, it should be okay. Okay, so like the fourth like tip or advice thing that we have is if you're worried about being picked on, like really don't worry. You can like just worry about your grades and yourself.
Just worry about you and try not to like worry about like
what others do, you know?
Because I know it can be really hard because I was bullied in like middle school and stuff.
So was I.
But really, honestly, no one else is gonna. They're all gonna be worrying about themselves too, and worrying about their futures and getting into college too. And if you do end up getting picked on, then obviously like you know what to do. Like go to a counselor or just ignore them.
Because they actually really help.
Yeah, and sometimes.
Well, sometimes, but like. Well, for high school, I had like...
Yeah, high school counselors
really help.
But also, this goes along with what we were saying, like freshman stereotypes. So, if you've like heard about like Freshman Friday, I don't know if that's like in other schools, but in our school there's like a Freshman Friday type thing made up by the students, which basically like every Friday they like pull like little pranks and stuff on freshmen, and it can be really scary.
Honestly, that didn't really
It didn't happen. It was like it was a lot of hype about this huge thing, and we all got scared about, and it really doesn't happen, and they honestly
It's like we all forget about it.
Yeah, everyone just forgets. Like, it's inevitable that people are going to look at you as a freshman because you are, and it's not anything personal. It's just, like, all of high school just has this, like, notion to not really like freshmen, so it's nothing personal, and it's, like, and I'm not saying it's okay, but it just ends up kind of how it is. But just ignore them and stay focused on yourself.
Plus, you can't really like tell. Like when we were freshmen, I couldn't really tell if anyone like didn't like us or anything. Like it was like okay, you know. It just felt like school.
It's a little different than middle school because it's bigger and everyone's a little more worried about themselves because they're doing the same thing. They're like what's going on? Is anyone like making fun of me? And they're doing the same thing you are, so everyone's just kind of minding their own business.
So like our fifth like advice thing is like be excited for like dances and like fundraisers and pep rallies and football games because like I know the dances are really fun for me.
Yeah, and this is like different because in middle school you don't really get to do this, and so it's really cool, especially as freshmen because you've never really experienced it before.
Middle school is just awkward.
Even the dances are like awkward, and there's just like it's just not cool. But now like you have like things to get excited to look forward to, like homecoming and dressing up and taking pictures and
that's really fun.
Going out to eat and like like pep rallies and football games, and you just have like all those fun stuff to look forward to. And yeah, so just look forward to that and try not to like worry so much about.
It's honestly like really fun. Like I know pep rallies like might seem like weird, but I just like them because
everyone gets like really pepped up and like school spirited.
They're like really happy and we get out of class. So I mean that's good.
Yeah.
You don't have to sit there for 84 minutes. You have like an hour break. Like advice for like. Okay, high school has AP classes, which if you don't know what AP classes are, they're like college classes.
It's like an advanced class that it's like like college courses that you get like credit for.
And at the end you take a college exam, and if you get like a 3, I know most colleges take take 3, 4s, or 5 on like the exam part. Some just take 4 and 5s, but
Did you forget what you were saying? Basically, you don't really have to worry about this much as a freshman because you don't really sophomores and juniors, and not so much seniors because seniors really just have it easy. But
but I'm taking AP Spanish.
Yeah, true. So. But basically, you don't really have to worry this as freshmen, but we're just like kind of like exploring you.
Yeah, we're gonna explore you.
No, we're just like exploiting. Is that the word? Exploiting you to like what AP classes
are. Like showing you.
And it's really good to take them. So if you do have the choice to take them, I would because it will help you out and get you some prerequisites for college before.
Yeah, like if you take like a class like I know AP Euro is a class that a lot of colleges have. Like I was looking at colleges already, and the ones that I'm looking for is in Florida, and they have AP Euro, which is AP European History.
Which she's already taken, so now she doesn't have to worry about that. So
Except I didn't take the test.
Oh.
So I do have to worry about that, but what I'm going to be, I don't have to take it. Like, I'm going to be a teacher, so I don't really need to learn about AP European History, you know, for, like, teaching.
Yeah.
So, like...
But it's still nice to know, and plus you get college credits.
Yeah, so you don't have to pay for that class.
Yeah. Okay, so something that I want to address is, like, your friend groups, because in high school, your friend groups are probably going to change multiple times. It's not, like, it's just kind of inevitable, because you'll meet new people, and you'll just kind of, like, form new friend groups, and it's just kind of inevitable. I said that already. But.
Yeah. Like, I know I've changed my friend group, like, maybe, like, 3 times already.
Yeah, but friend groups do change, but most of the time it's for the better.
Our last advice is, like, don't surround yourself with, like, fake friends and negativity.
And negative people.
Because it honestly just brings you down.
And if you're friends with someone, or you think you're friends with someone who's always talking negative things and always bringing you down and bringing everyone around you down, then I think you really kind of just need to distance yourself from that person. Not just like be like, hey, I hate you, go away, but just kind of distance yourself and stop hanging out with them, because you will just feel a lot happier in the end.
Yeah, honestly, this year I had some like negative friends, and I was happy that I like kind of distanced myself from
You found me!
I did!
I'm kidding, but not really. That first part of the video was more of like the advice section, but now we just have a few quick little tips. And our first one is to stay organized.
For what I did to stay organized was, that didn't make sense, but you know, whatever. So what I did was I kind of, like, in the beginning of the year, I was like, yay, organization,
yay!
You know, and I'm going to do good. But towards the end of the year, you kind of just, like, don't want to stay organized, but you should, you know. Like, in the beginning of the year, I had, like, 5 different binders, and then like notebooks and what are those called? Folders.
Yeah.
To go with each one of them, and then I had a planner, and then I had like good pencils and stuff.
And it might seem like over dramatic, but it actually really helps.
Yeah. And then at the end of the year, you don't want to carry all that stuff around.
Then you can just get like a 5-star notebook.
Yeah,
and
that too.
Because that's what I do. If you don't like to carry that much stuff around, you could get like a 5-star notebook and maybe get like a folder and do those like little folder like
slip thingies.
What are they called? Dividers. Yeah, dividers. And those really help if you don't want to carry around like a huge binder and stuff. But I'm a person that loves to write everything down, so I definitely keep a bunch of paper on me.
I know when I did like the binder stuff, it actually helped me a lot more because
in school.
Yeah, it helped me a ton more. Like I got really good grades in the beginning of the school year, and when I took like the binders and stopped being kind of organized,
it just kind of goes downhill.
Yeah, like I still got good grades, but it wasn't what I wanted. And
because when you're organized, you just feel more like, I'm here, I'm ready to learn, I'm going to kill this class.
Yeah. So like our second tip is how to take notes. I know before I took AP Euro, they were bad notes, okay?
Like you just write stuff down, you really never go back and look at them.
I didn't even have like sections. Like you should actually write a title for like different sections. And I didn't do that. I just kind of like wrote them down and didn't care.
But actually taking notes really does help, and I think you should do it because then you can go back if you're like confused about something, and if you ended up like taking note about it, you can go back and look and study and end up getting better grades.
Yeah, like it really helps with tests. Like what I did for AP Euros, I kind of just like wrote it in an outline form. And I don't know if like you know how to do that already, but it's like, do they? Well, you write a title on the top. And then you do like a Roman numeral 1 or something, and then you write
your big topic.
The big topic, and then 3
little
main
things.
Points. And then with those 3 main points, you can do more main points. Like it could be like A.
Just like an English outline. Like if you ever had to do like an
outline.
essay, it's like the same thing, but with like your school notes for any class.
Yeah, so it really helps if you do an outline. So like our second tip is how to take notes. I know before I took AP Euro, they were bad notes, okay?
Like, you just write stuff down. You really never go back and look at them.
I didn't even have, like, sections. Like, you should actually write a title for, like, different sections. And I didn't do that. I just kind of, like, wrote them down and didn't care.
But actually, taking notes really does help, and I think you should do it because then you can go back if you're, like, confused about something, and if you ended up like taking note about it, you can go back and look and study and end up getting better grades.
Yeah, like it really helps with tests. Like what I did for AP Euros, I kind of just like wrote it in an outline form. And I don't know if like you know how to do that already, but it's like, do they? Well, you write a title on the top, and then you do like a Roman numeral 1 or something, and then you write
your big topic.
The big topic, and then 3
little
main
things.
Points. And then with those 3 main points, you can do more main points. Like it could be like A.
Just like an English outline. Like if you ever had to do like an
outline.
essay, it's like the same thing but with like your school notes for any class.
Yeah, so it really helps if you do an outline.
Our next tip is to get involved in with things. In with things? Yeah, that's what I meant.
Well, okay. If you get involved, it looks good on your college resume.
Yeah.
And
also you'll just, if you don't, you'll just probably regret it at the end because you'll be like,
and you get to meet new people.
And you get to meet new people. And if you're not athletic, because
not us.
I'm not at all. I'm no athletic bone.
I did cross
in my
country
body.
Though for a day.
I did softball and I suck. But we're not athletic. But there's other things.
Not.
There's like choir and there's like show choir. And there's things for everyone.
Yeah, there's like a best buddy thing, and
that helps with like you can help special needs kids and stuff. And there's stuff for anyone.
Like you plan their homecoming and stuff. You just like help plan like events for them.
And if you are athletic, there is like obviously sports, but it's just really important to get involved with things.
Yeah, it really is because colleges look at that.
And if you if you do more things, then it's a better chance that you will get into the college that you want.
Yeah. Okay, I think maybe this is like the most important thing.
Just be nice.
Really, like be nice to people. Like I know not everyone they may not be all nice to you, but like
kill them with kindness, man. Just be nice to people, because if you are, then people will be nicer to you and won't be so negative. And if you don't want to be there, because let's be honest, half the time we don't want to be there. But just try to push through it and be nice to people and be nice to yourself too. Don't bring yourself down, and in the end you'll just feel better about everything and people will be nicer to you, and it's just an overall good thing to do.
I know when, like, people are not nice to me, which, I mean, I don't talk to people a lot, so that's not really a problem, but, I mean, like, I sometimes have those days that they're not always nice, and I just know that they bring my day down, and all I remember is, like, this quote. There's a quote, and it's, like, if you're having a bad day, just, like, breathe, and you realize that you can start your day over whenever you want.
Yeah, like, if you're having a really bad day and people are bringing you down or being mean to you, you can just, like, take a minute, just relax and breathe, and just, like, start your day completely over and be nice and just be great, and just it'll be better. It'll really turn your entire day around, even if someone's being really mean to you.
Mm-hmm.